have rediscovered the long
Alright, we have
prototype
yet
ship,
another
Voidstar. Its
The
technology
Road
must be
to
recaptured
War hero video
for
for
the
you.
Empire. The Republic has arrived before us. Access the data core on the bridge and kill anyone in
The
way.
door.
Override
Well, those are
the
some of the graphical
security
issues
channel
that happen,
and
but
attack.
this is the map known as Voidstar. It's essentially the Old Republic's version of Strand of the Ancients, if you've played World of Warcraft. I've played all of these war zones back to back today, so generally you're going to see a lot of the same faces. Like, I believe Fly Soda, who I harassed in Navarre Coast, and Andal are now on my team for this one. But as I was explaining at the end of the last video, really the whole making each one of the, and I'm just inspecting people just to see their ranks, but really the whole, you know, you can fight your own faction in war zones. That's just seems to be a stopgap to the population problems, just to keep people playing. Like, it really breaks it for me that 90% of the time when I play a war zone, I'm fighting the Empire. But I guess that's a given because our server is actually quite Empire heavy. But this game has two phases. This is the first phase, in which there is an attacking and a defending team. That's actually true of both phases. You just kind of swap. But you have to get through the doors to get to the data console and use the data console. And the other team has to defend the doors to keep you from getting through. You have to plant bombs on the doors. Actually, I think in this video I actually play the objectives more than I normally do, which is good, because by this point I have definitely gotten into the swing of things.
Unauthorized armaments detected.
You don't want to stand in the bag. So we've already planted the bomb on the other door. This door is really just a distraction, but I'm going to go ahead and attempt to plant anyway. Even though I knew that guy would get on me. I can sprint away, and then put up a shield. I know he's not going to give me long enough to get any healing done on myself, so I realize unless we have a healer, I'm probably going to die. Yeah, this is actually the stupidest thing I do. There are people around and I try to use the objective. That's generally a, hey, primary this guy as quickly as possible. But we do have a healer, and they do go about healing me. I was actually doing real good here, keeping their healer. That was actually a, that was a scoundrel healer. One of the smuggler classes. But I actually did a really good job there of keeping him stunned, rooted, essentially just keeping him locked out from being able to heal. I kept him interrupted. Now I gotta watch over my shoulder for the other guy. He's going down. We actually have the other bridge across already, but it's best to open up all the different ways, because then they're so busy focusing over there that they don't notice our other three guys coming over this way and me planting the bomb. Now we set us up the bomb. That's not really an achievement, that's a codex unlock, which is kind of achievements but kind of not. They actually give you experience points if you have experience, if you can gain experience. I'm at max level, so all the experience gains I would be getting for this, I'm not. So now that they know the bomb's up, we gotta protect it, but they're too late.
Evacuation protocol initiated.
I'm picking a fight with that,
lifts to the bridge.
Up with a Jedi Knight. But I take him down. Now I just move on to the next objective, because as far as things go, I am the squishiest. And, they actually had a I actually had a cloaker. I spent a little bit of time trying to get down, but he actually is healing himself. Me and the other guy, we take him down. I actually think the DPS setup I'm running currently is horrible. Because though I'm generally middle of the pack as far as DPS goes, I'm not really doing all that great, so I probably have to spend some more time working on my rotations and working on relocating my skill points. Get a better build going.
Alert. Unauthorized.
Because I definitely know I'm underperforming. We already have a bomb planted on this door, so gotta defend it. You actually get points and medals for defending objectives, or for escorting a ball carrier and hot ball. And generally, I'll give the.
Access the cabin. Download the ship's data.
Generally, I will. There we go. We've accessed the core. And essentially, once you get that door open, there's no way they can stop you from accessing the core. I actually really don't like that. I don't like this map as much as Strand of the Ancients in World of Warcraft because everything's so close together. It's really easy to shift your defense from one door to the other, instead of where it was kind of strategic where you placed people in World of Warcraft. But I digress. And I kind of apologize for my voice. I literally just got up like a half hour ago, and the first thing I started doing was recording the commentary for these videos, even though I recorded these videos last night. Essentially, I'm trying to complete a daily, which is compete in 6 war zones. Just compete in 6 war zones to complete a daily quest. But I didn't know that winning one counts as 2, so I actually play more matches than I need to. I know there's a cloaker going into the door, but I'm keeping his healer occupied. But I actually have some really long range stuff, so I believe that's actually our first death. Yeah, halfway through the match. So we have to defend the doors. Generally, if they don't get through the first... And I was kind of an idiot. I kind of stand there even though this force field was down, but when you're in here it gives you a debuff, and if you're in here for too long it kicks you. So I was an idiot and stayed in the door. I won't get kicked, but it's kind of annoying. I'm actually missing out. Try to run through the force field. I have no idea what kind of timer this thing is on. Like, that thing has been there since the release of the game. I don't know if it's there in beta because I didn't do any PvPing in either of the beta tests. But I have no idea what kind of timer that's on. And so now I figured out who their healers are, and I'm going to start harassing them by using my interrupts and just generally dealing damage to them to force them to heal themselves. Because if you can break the healers, you can break the other team. And they actually have a good team of healers. I think they have 3 healers. And once you have a good team of them working in tandem, like, I say healing's really hard to do. That's because I pick up group all the time. But if you're in a pre-made and you got about 3 healers in your pre-made, they can pretty much keep the rest of the group up. If they have some good coordination. This team, I'll give them props. The Republic really didn't bring their A game tonight, but these healers, I'd have given them all MVP votes. Because look, they've got 2 guys healing their assaulters, and they have 1 guy watching their healers, because none of my other team seems to be smart enough to try and break the healers. However, they are holding the enemy DPS pretty well. I believe we have 1 healer that the enemy team isn't focusing, so we're kind of at a standstill. I also noticed whenever I look at my expertise that BioWare must have done some kind of ninja tweaks to it, Because when this expertise was first introduced, when patch 1.2 came out, DPS would have 3 times as much to their damage bonus on expertise than healers got to their healing. And now it seems to be about half, and healing it has half as much bonus as damage, so they seem to have buffed healers a little bit. I haven't actually tried healing in a Warzone since the day 1.2 came out. So I'm not really quite sure how much. Probably next week I might go back into heal spec and see what it's like. I only respec once a week, once or twice a week. I'm going to respec back to healer for raiding. Oh, there's my second death. I'm gonna respec back to healing for raiding, and I might stay back in that spec and try some PvP with it, see how it goes. I might actually end up doing better, might get some MVP votes if I LTP on the healer for this. Anyways, that's Voidstar. We shut him out pretty well. And then because we beat him so fast, we get extra medals, which is extra commendations. So yeah, I've got to vote for that MVP. I still only had 2 deaths. 2 deaths is good. I think I had less kills than normal, but hey, I'll take what I can get. See you guys next time.